competitive. See what I'm saying? You got it. Right? You got to cover, don't you? Right? Back to your other precept. What is that, Jeremiah you had? Okay. Right?
233. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
And that's our people problem right there. We trim our ways to seek love. Right? I done had a Peruvian brother come before me and say, listen, I went out of my way when I moved into it. I worked my way up, moved into a nice white neighborhood, and I went out of my way to make sure I didn't fit any Latino stereotype you can imagine. I didn't play my music loud. I didn't put no cars on the lawn. He told me he went out of his way so his white neighbors would accept him, and he told me straight it took them a year to even talk to him. But he felt like he accomplished something, right? That's trimming your ways to seek love. I say if you're a Hispanic homeowner, park all the goddamn cars you want on the grass, play your music loud as you want, have a quince in the damn backyard, right? Cook all the carne asada you want. You know why? Because you own the goddamn house, don't you? Right? What sense do it make that now you gotta tiptoe where you just bought the damn land, right? But see, our people want to trim their ways to seek love. They want to seek that validation, and that's the problem. That undying love of the oppressor that our people just can't seem to separate themselves from. You don't know how many times we had this picture right here, and we always tell our people, well, would you step on it? Feel like it's got a mystical power. No, I can't. I said, bro, it's just a picture, bro. It's just a picture, right? What can a picture do? That's not Jesus, is it? No, what but then? Right? Our people are mystified. Go ahead.
2 Maccabees 4:15, I'll read on down. It says, not second by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Say, liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. Not setting by the honors of their fathers, meaning our people look for other people to be their standard. That's what our people are looking for as a standard. And that is a problem. In Mexican culture, it is a term that's called malinchismo, right? Right, malinchismo is based off of a woman by the name of Malinche, right? Now who Malinche was, she was the indigenous woman that when Hernan Cortez came in, collaborated with him and teamed up with him and had babies by him, and they utilized her to infiltrate and murder and overtake the indigenous tribes in Mexico. Malinche, right? She's a damn sellout. So Mexicans develop a term based off her called malinchismo, which basically means selling out or preferring the gringo over her own people, right? It's like the Mexican term for Uncle Tom, right? A Mexican term for sellout, right? But that's what our people do. It's a lot of our people that suffer from what they call malinchismo. A lot of our people who are Uncle Tomming, a lot of our people who are cooning, shucking and jiving, tap dancing, step and fetch it, all the terms you can think of, is so many of our people that are presently suffering from that mindset, right? And it's high time that we wake up and we come back to our nationality. We are the people of this Bible. These 12 tribes that you read about, these are you black people. All right, sis, these are you Hispanic people. This is you Native Americans, right? Before you were called any of that stuff, those are names that were put on you, right? Those are the names that were put on you. Give me that in Deuteronomy 28. We're going to be called Proverbs and bywords. All this is a part of biblical prophecy. That's why it's high time for you so-called blacks and Hispanics to wake the hell up. The biblical prophecy lets us know what time it is, man. It told us everything that was going to happen before it happened, right? We reading out the pages of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is 3,000 years old. But it's talking about in vivid detail the life that you've been living for the last 500 years. How is that possible? Explain to me how this book had the spoilers, right? How did this book have the spoilers? Book of Deuteronomy, you can find it in the oldest records, 1000 AD, in what's called the Kebra Kiafa inscription. On pottery, this was carved in. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
Say, thou shalt become an astonishment, right? That's why they got something called the Trap Museum here in Atlanta. That's an astonishment. Black culture is something people come to stare at and marvel at. What goes to museums is history, right? Marvels of natural science. And also black culture, right? Ain't that something? Just the stuff that you've been doing in the last 20 years with trapping. Trap music ain't more than what? 22 years old? It's already got a museum because you are an astonishment. Black man, read.
An astonishment. A proverb.
A what?
A proverb.
A proverb. They have things to say about you, right? They have racial jokes. You know they got something called a racial slur dictionary, right? And they got a million things to call blacks and Latinos on there. Everybody else only got a couple. It's the Asians, they got a lot too. Not as much as us, but they got a lot, right? They're easy targets, right? But it's all about us on there, right? Just put anything in front of nigga, and that's a word for the Northern Kingdom. Prairie nigga, Tulsa nigga, you know what I'm saying? Read.
And a byword.
And a what?
And a byword.
And a byword. What are these bywords? All these words they call you, right? You got on a black shirt, you calling yourself black, but you're not the same color as your shirt. That's a byword. They have all these different names that they put on black and Hispanic and Native Indian people that are inaccurate, right? Our name is Israel, right? Give me that. You should surname himself Israel. Our name is Israel. That's the name of our forefather. That's who we descend from. We are, as black and Latino and Native Indian people, the chosen people of God. We're the people that you read about in the Bible. When you read about Jesus, when you read about Paul, when you read about Moses, when you read about Elijah, when you read about King David, King Solomon, you're reading about black people, man. That's what you're reading about, right? Now people are out here parading themselves in straight foolishness, man. Right? Read that.
Isaiah 44 and 5. One shall say, I am the Lord.
And that's what time it is. It's time for you black and Hispanic people to come back and say that you are the Lord. Read on.
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
Right, and you should call himself by what?
The name of Jacob.
You call yourself an Israelite. You've left, give me that, you've left it for a curse. You call yourself by the name of Jacob, black and Hispanic man. That's what time it is, right? You said what? For a curse. No. You left me for a curse. Right, you know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. Keep reading on that.
28 to 37.
They have all types of riddles and racial slurs for it, and they give us these fake names that don't mean anything, right? Who knows what the term Latino means, right? Latino just means pertaining to Latin-based language. All right, sis, appreciate you. Right, have a good day. It means pertaining to Rome in the Romance languages. What are the Romance languages? Spanish, Italian, French, Portuguese, right? So if your culture speaks one of those languages, you're Latino, right? So all that means is what? The Spanish made you speak a language, and that's all it indicates. It doesn't indicate who you are. It doesn't indicate where you come from. White man call you black. First he called you Negro, black in the Latin language, right? Then he called you black, right? What does any of that mean? It doesn't mean any damn thing, right? It's fake. Those are proverbs and bywords. Read.
Among all the nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Exactly, so that's what's happened. Yep. Read that.
Isaiah 65 and 15. And he shall leave your name for a curse.
And that's what we did. We left our name of Israel, of Jacob, of the Israelites. We left it for a curse. These are the curse words, right? The curse words are underneath the names that we left, right? Those are the curse words. These are the curses that we're suffering. We've had a switcheroo. Our damn identities have been stolen from us, right? Can we charge these people with identity theft? Of course not. They run the court. They run the judicial system. How can we do that? Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
That's what we have become because we have rejected the laws of God. An astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. Read on.
Among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
And that's everywhere we go. These people, they have proverbs and bywords to put upon us. They got a racial slur for us in every country, in every language, amongst every people. Right? They got something to say. They got a racial joke in every country, all over the world, about our people. This is how we know we're the Israelites. Don't nobody else fit this description but blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're the people that fit all that we to a T. Every single thing that is said will befall the Israelites. We bear witness. We are the living witnesses to that, man. Right? Read that.
Psalm 44 and 13. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors.
You say what?
Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors.
Everybody has something. Everybody round about us, they have something to say about us. Again, they have a racial joke, a racial slur. They got all that, right? Read on.
It says, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us.
See that? A scorn. They scorn us with their evil words, with the things that they say, with their racist jokes. Right? Read.
Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
What?
A byword among the heathen.
And that's all these names that are under our real names. Right? Black, African American. Right? Puerto Rican. Who knows what Puerto Rican means? Puerto riches. The white man got there and said, "It's a lot of riches here. I'm gonna rob these people." Right? Now you go to Puerto Rico, it's not so rich anymore. I was in Puerto Rico in December. I'm on a beachfront property. The roofs are blown off of them houses. Ain't no goddamn roof on the house. Right? Ain't so, that port ain't so rich no more. You know why? Because they came and took all the damn riches, brought them right back to Spain, and they got rich. Right? But they needed it. People don't even understand how much conquest is so ingrained into the existence of white people. It's ingrained into the existence of so-called white people, right? Do you know that? Let's just take little ass Europe, right? Western Europe, because those are the ones who came in conquest. The Russians didn't come over here and conquest anybody, right? I didn't see any Scandinavians with a slave ship. We didn't see that, right? Western Europe. Let's take a look at these little rinky-dink countries like he spoke about. England, little. France, little. Spain, little. Portugal, little. Right? Holland, little. Those places came and conquered damn near the whole earth. How? Because they were dependent upon it. There's not enough Roman resources in those countries for their people to be abundant, for their people, right, to prosper. So they had to go and find new places to conquer and new resources to exploit so other white people could prosper. That's the whole point of that whole thing. Literally. And guess what? You see it happen in a micro sense now in a process called, which I'm sure we're all familiar with at this point, gentrification. They done built up the suburbs. How are the new emerging prospering whites going to have a nice, safe place to live? We've got to go take these places that have low real estate and land value, take them, gentrify. What does gentrify mean, right? It means to raise the value. It means to make it royal, right? And they do that, and you live there, and your grandma bought that house there, and you have all your memories there. Now when you go there, nothing looks the same. It's all the different people over there. Gentrification is nothing but neo-colonialism. That's all it is. That's funny to you? That's funny? I see you. That's funny? Do you disagree? I'm funny, but do you disagree with what I said?
You're a clown.
Are you kidding me? Look at the way that they got his socks on. I'm a clown? He got on. Are you kidding me, man? All right, we're gonna crack on you all up and down the damn street. We had to do it. You know why? You know how we had to learn to do it? Because you destroyed our ancestors so bad, and you left us reeling. You basically put us with the bill, right? And we come up in poverty, so we had to learn how to crack on people, right? Because they was gonna crack on us, right? Because your shoes might not have been so nice, right? Your clothes might not have been so nice. Your people might not have had it. So you had to learn how to snap back fast, right? You crackers ain't have to learn that, so go up the street, corny white boy. Come on now, calling somebody a clown. Our people gotta wake up though, man, all right? Because give me Daniel 4, what's it on, 21? 17, the basis of men, right? Be Daniel 4 and 17, because this is what you have to understand. We're being ruled over by the lowest level person that could ever, a cave person, right? That's why we gotta wake up and come together and get right and follow God's instructions so we can actually rise up out of this damn thing. If your idea of rising up out of this thing is only getting more Federal Reserve notes with pictures of your oppressors on it, you, my friend, got the game messed up. That can't be the game. His picture on the money, getting his money can't be the game, right? The game got to be getting our people where we need to be, right? Read on.
This book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and demand by the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Say what?
That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men.
So God has set over this world the basest, right? When you take a look at that word base means low. That's why the basement is the lowest part of your house. He set up the lowest form of man, right? That's the so-called white man. He's the lowest form of man. He's a damn caveman. Now watch this. Read. He said God set him up over it. Now let's see what else God said about who he set over the world. Read.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
He said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So who he set up over the earth is the wicked, is the devil, is the evil. If anybody wants to dispute me on that, I'm going to just tell you, let's just take a look at the actions and the deeds of these people. Get that right there, Akian. Get that sign up. Get the sign up over here for me, right? What people who aren't wicked would do this to people? Give me that sign real quick, Akian. We're talking about who heard of gator bait, right? Gator bait. Little black babies were given to alligator to catch, used as bait for alligators. I mean, what can I call that other than wicked and evil, and who would do that but the devil? Right. Who? Somebody, I need answers. So it's only right that I have hate in my heart toward the people who do this, right? It's only right that we detest, right? And we denounce this activity, and we hold the culprits and their descendants responsible, right? And why do we have to hold their descendants responsible? Number one, because God says so. But number two, because they daily reap the benefits of all these atrocities. They don't have to feed your babies to alligators anymore. They don't have to hang and lynch you anymore, other than when they feel like it. They don't have to put you on a cotton field anymore. The work is done, right? Now they just get to sit back and reap the benefits after they've lapped you for centuries, right? Put that back down. Throw it out. Go ahead.
Isaiah 63:4. For the time has come for me to avenge my people, to ransom them from their oppressors.
What?
To ransom them from their oppressors.
We got to get ransom from our oppressors. How will we get ransom? With the blood of who the world calls Christ, whose real name is Yahushua in the Hebrew. We got to be ransomed from him, right? Ransomed from our oppressors by his blood. People don't understand about the blood shedding of his blood. They think his blood was shed for the whole world. God so loved the whole world, right? Cute, right? Sounds good. But when I read these scriptures, it's telling me something drastically different, right? It's telling me actually who the world is, right? That's another misconception. He spoke to it, right? Which is called double speak. Double speak. You know, in the English dictionary, it's about 13 definitions for the word world. 13. 13. Let me tell y'all something. Dragon Con, all the people here, they have their own world. It's why they dress up and they do this. And so to some people you're like, man, what the hell are these people doing? They live in their own world where this stuff is cool and they get dressed up and they're super duper into whatever shows or comic, whatever they're into. That's its own world. So now you're starting to understand what a world is, right? Then you understand that in the Greek language, there's three words that are translated from Greek into English's world: oikomene, cosmos, the other one eon. Eon or ion, right? Eon or ion is dealing with a period of time. Oikomene is dealing with the planet Earth, right? And cosmos has a few definitions, right? But the key definition is a government or an apt, harmonious arrangement, an order, right? And that order that's established is the order of the chosen people that will be set on the shoulders of who you call Christ, pursuant to the prophecies of Isaiah. Read.
Verse 5. I was amazed to see that no one intervened to help the oppressed.
See that? God is amazed to see what? Nobody's doing anything about anything, right? Nobody's stopping. Nobody's coming over here and invading this country to say, who's going to do something about those dead black people? Who's going to do something about the Mexican babies in cages? Nobody's intervening, right? Nobody's helping the oppressed. Read.
It says, I was amazed to see that no one intervened to help the oppressed, so I myself stepped in to save them.
Say what?
So I myself stepped in to save them.
So God is going to step in to save us, right?